Hello users, welcome to Apallax. This is r/twosentencerhorror. Enjoy. A single tear fell down her cheek as she slowly walked down the aisle. Beating starts at 100,000, said the man with the microphone. Do you have any last words? The executioner asked me. You said that every time. The filthy old man huddled silently in the dark alley as the young girl walked by, alone. But she smelled him and turned quickly, springing upon him and sinking her glistening fangs into his grimy neck. Ever since I was a boy, I could hear the voice of God whispering to me each night. A week ago, he screamed as though he was in a horrible agony, and has been deathly silent ever since. I finished off my wine before noticing that nobody else at the restaurant has any food in front of them. As my body goes numb, I realized that they were waiting for a different meal. He pulled the trigger, gun to his head. The bullet passes right through. That cannot save you, not while I went to play. It's just an appendectomy, my mom assured me. Very routine, and you'll be out of surgery before you know it. With the anesthesia setting in, I could barely make out the doctors arguing over how much my other organs would be worth. My niece's umbilical cord wrapped around her neck and she nearly died during birth. At the time, her surviving had been a relief, but years down the line, I can only think of all the people who would still be alive if she hadn't. Teleportation to other planets, though limited to small objects, was amazing until the apple came back with a bite. My mother always made the best chili in the state. It's sad that her meat ran out 3 days ago. I guess that will have to do. Don't worry, son. There's no monster under the bed, the father reassured his son as he tucked him in. As he began to leave, he looked under the bed and smirked at me. I finally understood that we got the parents first. My niece is one of the most misbehaved children I have ever seen, but I agreed to babysit for a night anyway. I told her no, and she said I'd be sorry. Now I can't find my phone or any of the kitchen knives. Everyone thinks my husband has dementia, but only him and I know how skilled of a hypnotist I am. I accidentally broke off the mannequin's hand as I dressed it in the store's newest clothes. As I went to reattach it, I noticed a thick, red liquid dripping from bone that protruded from its wrist. Hurriedly glancing behind her, the girl could see the man was still following her as she turned into the dark alley. She excitedly pulled the knife from her bag, a manic grin splitting her face as she readied for him to turn the corner. When I was 4, I had found a station on my toy radio with soft singing and occasional screaming. It wasn't until 10 years later that I discovered my toy radio was a walkie-talkie. You can burst a testicle between your fingers with the same amount of force it would take to burst a grape. The torture's face lit up with sadistic glee as he read the Today I Learned Reddit post. In the organ donor business, every donation is meticulously tracked except for this one nameless homeless guy we processed. Every person who received a donated organ has since been committed to asylums, each raving about having to put himself back together. The boy pointed a gun at an armed police officer and squeezed the trigger. The toy gun jammed, but the real one did not. I thought for sure I had gotten all of the leeches off of me after swimming. It wasn't until I looked in the mirror that I saw my tongue pulse and slither. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to watch more of this. This is Apallax. Stay tuned.